Our guest today is the TST R002 moped-style e-bike. Full suspension, 20-inch by 4 chunky tires. It has a 1500 watt max output rear hub drive motor paired to a Shimano 7-speed derailleur. Full suspension. It has an air shock on the back, and it has this double crown, looks like a little dirt bike fork on the front. Full fenders, awesome little headlight. It has a really a fantastic little taillight with turn signals built into it. Let me show you the turn signals real quick. Check that out. Check out those little turn signals. Isn't that nice? The other nice thing is, I wonder if I can show you this, is when you use the rear brake, it blinks instead of just lighting up, which I think is really a great little feature. The overall aesthetic of this thing, I think, is just fantastic. I really like how the seat shape is built into the frame like this. It's got the quilting, very retro 60s Steve McQueen thing going on. The handlebars really quick. We have our derailleur, our shifter rather. Seems to be the same shifter they put on every single e-bike. Really nice big switch, gauge pod, and a really simplified switchgear, which I really like. Another really important feature we need to mention is it has hydraulic brakes. These are the Core Ride hydraulic brakes, and they, just riding over here, they seem to have a really good feel. Pretty impressed with them. So those are the features in a nutshell. I mean, it looks great. I think it's a fantastic looking bike, but let's get to the important stuff. What is it like to ride? Well, let's go. And away we go. Initial thoughts right off as we get going is you can tell it has a shorter wheelbase. We're going to use the word nimble. It really likes to change direction and change direction quickly. And the cost of being so nimble is it's not quite as stable. Unstable is maybe too harsh of a word. It seems to be doing okay, but you can tell it's eager to change direction. Straight away, our 11% grade downhill high-speed test. Let's see what she'll do. Already we're 26, 27, 28, 30 miles an hour, 32, 34 I saw briefly. Yeah, it's twitchy, like it wants to change direction, we'll just say that. 34 miles an hour. Seems like that's what she wants to do. 34 miles an hour on the TST R002, or would it be 002? It's not so bad. I think once you get used to the steering geometry, I think it's fine. But we're moving into our S-curve, and we're gonna test it out, the S-curve. Hydraulic brakes feel really nice. Yeah, I think unstable was too harsh of a word. I think it turns just fine. Yeah, really good feeling. Back on the gas through the trees, and already up to 29 miles an hour, not quite 30, and up the next hill. Slowing down a little bit more than I would have thought. We're down to 20 miles an hour, 19, 18. It's going to be interesting to see what it does going up the 11% grade on the other side. But through the corners, seems to be doing just fine. I mean, 19 miles an hour, that seems about, the speed limit's 15. We hit 20 at only 5 over. It's like we might pass some traffic here. That was fun. We got to pass another bike. That was cool. Woohoo! Oh, it's fun to ride this one. I actually really like how nimble it is. We're gonna go with the word nimble. I dig it. Yeah, it's really fun through the S-curves, through the twisty bits. Very motorcycle-esque. Like you really feel like you're on a motorcycle. Up the 11% grade, or dropping speed, 23, 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13 miles an hour up the 11% grade. That's a little slower than the average e-bike up that, but not too bad. And let's go over the cockpit really quick. Big gauge. I think it's a nice, super easy to read gauge. I really like that about it. We have your traditional shifter, 7-speed derailleur. This is very, very common. Our throttle is our thumb throttle right here, and a pretty simple switch pod. You long press the power button to turn it on and off, the plus and minus for changing our power modes, and if you double tap, the plus and minus modes is when it activates the turn signals, and then one final button to turn the headlight on and off. So simple cockpit. I really like the simple cockpit. Some of these things have like so many buttons on them, you get confused and you can't remember what's what. So many features, and I always look at things as what's the core functionality? Can it do that? And sometimes all those features maybe make it easier to sell or make it more enticing to buy, but it doesn't really add anything to it. Now, the horn test. That's right, there is no horn. This is the first e-bike I've tested where there is no horn. So you'll probably want to get like a big bell or something. I think it's a good idea to have a horn. Down the 9% grade, we have some more traffic coming up. Hopefully there's not any oncoming traffic. Whew. Yeah, passing on a solid yellow. But the thing motors, it's going along pretty good. The thing with a lot of these like moped style e-bikes is pedaling is not super natural. You're not really in a very good seating position to pedal. But this one uses a cadence sensor to power on the motor. So as long as you're turning the cranks, you don't even have to be pedaling hard, but as long as you're turning the cranks, it's gonna put power into the motor. I've mentioned it in some of the other reviews I've done that these really kind of are little e-motorcycles in disguise. They're not so much a bicycle as they are a little electric motorcycle. And I'm okay with that. More fun, twisty and turns down the hill. Yeah, good and quick. Heading into Sugar House Park. Lovely afternoon. So how all of these e-bikes work is basically each power mode, it gives you power to a certain speed. Now, this one, it has with the app you can unlock it from class 2 to class 3. I already have it in class 3 because why wouldn't you? But let's see how fast it'll go in power mode 1. Looks like it'll go about 8 miles an hour in power mode 1. Let's go to power mode 2. And it jumps right up to about 12 miles an hour. Power mode 3 speeds on up to 16 miles an hour. Power mode 4, we didn't really pick up a whole lot of speed in power mode 4, so go to about 16, 17 miles an hour. And then to power mode 5, 22, it's still making power. 26, it's still going. Oh, it's still generating power. 27, 28, still making power. 29, so I'm guessing the top speed in power mode 5, 30 miles an hour according to the website, which seems accurate. Probably going to be dependent on how big of an individual you are and how much of a headwind you have in front of you. Yeah, good fun. Yeah, you can feel the suspension's pretty good. It's a little firm in the rear. I mean, it comes with the optional back seat that you can bolt on and off. I suspect the rear shock is set a little more firm to account for a passenger. Although this thing being such a short wheelbase, I don't know that I'd want to put a big person on the back. You might end up doing wheelies everywhere you went. All right, time for our laps around the park. The seagulls are squawking. Our state bird, the lovely rat of the sky. Yeah, 25 miles an hour, like that's really nice. See how it does going up the hill. And we're keeping up with traffic. It's kind of pulling away from us a little up the hill. 22, 21, 20 miles an hour. Yeah, this is really, I think, really balanced on the performance and power side of things. I think it's really appropriate. I think if it was still in class 2, it might be a little on the slow side, but putting it into class 3, I think this really works nicely. Yeah, good. I like it a lot. I mean, this isn't the first TST e-bike that we've tested. I was quite fond of the cargo bike that we did, and this one seems to, have that same kind of nice build quality. It's put together well. I really like how this one looks. The quilted seat and everything. The 20-inch mag wheels. I think they look really great, really appropriate on this little electric motorcycle. Yes, I like it. I like this thing a lot. The more I ride it, the more I like it. You know, a lot of like the big super powerful ones with the big giant batteries, and they're big and they're heavy and they're fast and they're powerful. I kind of like this little one. It's not quite as fast, not quite as powerful, but it's smaller, it's lighter, it's less intimidating. It's a little bit more fun to ride. I really like it's nimble. It's a little bit more playful and fun to ride. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about this one because it is so little and it has that short little wheelbase, and you know, I was like, I don't know, but yeah, I'm into this one. Quite a lot of fun, this, exceeding all my expectations. That's nice. Let's move on to our slightly more adventure-y portion of our ride. This little short bus, oh, like, it's fantastic. 20-inch wheels, you know, they are going to be the bumps are going to feel bigger on a smaller wheel, but it's pretty cool through here. Yeah, rocking through the trees. I don't know what the construction's going on. And let's do our big uphill steep grassy knoll test. I think this is where this one might falter a little bit. Oh yeah, we're already down to 7. We'll see what she does. We'll keep going. Got a little bit of reprieve. Oh, I think it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. 4 miles an hour at the top, not bad. Yeah, it's hard not to like this bike. It's a lot of fun to ride. In fact, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think of all the little moped style ones I've ridden, this one might be my favorite. And I think largely because it is smaller, lighter, more nimble, a little less powerful, it's a little less intimidating, easier to manage and control. Let's put the park behind us and head back up the hill. Fun bike. Yeah, like those quick little turns like there, it was like almost a bit of a swerve. It's pretty easy to get through there. But now we are to the portion of our video where we talk about what's less than perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect product, but what's less than ideal on the TST R002? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think the only thing I really don't objectively like about it is that it doesn't have a horn. I mean, that's really all I got. I think for the price point, especially like right now, it's selling for like $900. That's a lot of bike, a lot of fun, a lot of usability for a really good price. I mean, the 60-mile range, you know, 1500 max output on the motor. I don't think it's quite putting out 1500 watts. I don't know what kind of controller it has in it, but it's still plenty quick. I think the fact that it's smaller and lighter, you don't really miss that it's not, you know, as powerful as some of the other ones. I really like that you can switch it from class 2 to class 3. I don't know why you would ever leave it in class 2, but maybe if you're trying to get the most possible range out of a charge, you would maybe leave it in class 2 because it'll go a little slower, use up a little less battery. Let's be honest here, it is a moped. I do wish the brakes were where they would be on a motorcycle. In America, our brakes are backwards. On every moped, every motorcycle, most every bicycle in the world, this is your front brake over here, and this is your rear brake over here. And on this one, they're backwards. It's set up like an American bicycle. Yeah, not much criticisms. I mean, the seat's pretty comfortable, all things considered. It's like a lot of them are way too soft. The foam in this one, I think, is appropriate. I like the turn signals built into the brake light, which I'm not even using. I think I used the wrong one. And let's head up some surface streets. See how it does. Maybe your neighborhood doesn't have a lot of bike paths around it, and like it's a neighborhood. I think the speed limit's really only like 20 miles an hour through most neighborhoods in America. So again, appropriate. It's a really balanced little package. This thing is really nice. That's the term that keeps coming to my mind, is that it's balanced. It's really good at what it does, and I think that makes it a lot of fun to ride. And I have to be honest with you, because it is a moped style, I'm really not pedaling. I'm just riding it like a little motorcycle. And that's great because I like motorcycles quite a bit, actually. Up the sidewalk, which bicycles really aren't supposed to ever do, let alone a little motorcycle shouldn't be riding on the sidewalk. This isn't really a criticism of this so much. I don't care for the thumb paddle throttle. I prefer like the more motorcycle-y style twist grip. So, I mean, I'm milking it. I'm trying hard to come up with things I don't like about it. And that's pretty much all I got. Through the bridge, once we get over the metal plate, oh, the metal plate was quiet today. Maybe it's the next metal plate's really loud. Yeah, it's the loud one. So, who is this for? I think you could use it for commuting. You could use it to get back and forth to school. It's unintimidating, it's eager, it's plucky, it's fun, it's light, it's not overpowered. I mean, these are all things I love about it, but I think it might also narrow who might really love the thing. I think this one's a little bit more recreationally focused than a lot of the other e-bikes that I've tested. It's more playful, it's more fun. Maybe that's what you're looking for, right? Like, not everything has to be utilitarian. Sure, you can use it to get back and forth to school. You could put a backpack on it and commute. The back seat that it comes with, I wouldn't put a very big person back there. Maybe a kid, you could put a kid back there, a 10 or 12-year-old, and shuttle them back and forth to school or something. And then when they get big enough, they start riding this themselves to go back and forth to school. This one's really fun. No horn, meep. In case the frame rate of the camera is different than this, if this thing's flickering, it's not actually flickering. That's just how the camera's reading the gauge. A lot of these LEDs, the refresh rate's a little bit different. Yeah, I'm really liking this one. That's really where I'm at. I don't even know if it matters who this is for. I think it's so much fun that anybody would have fun riding it. It's groovy. I mean, I love the look of it. Little Steve McQueen, little dirt bike looking thing. The headlight and the fenders. Yeah, it's cool. This one's cool. Alrighty then. Final thoughts on the TST R002 moped-style e-bike. This one really surprised me. This one, I didn't have high expectations for it, but this one has turned into one of the most fun little bikes like this that I've ridden. I think it's the perfect size. I love that it's smaller. I love that it's lighter. I love that it's more nimble. I think the price on it's fantastic. As of taping this, I'm not sure if I have a coupon code for you, but if I do, I'll put it up here in the sky. But I've also, if you want to learn more about this, you should check it out. I'll put a link down in the description. I mean, there's not much more to say about this. This thing is really great. I think, if you're considering this, I say snag it. It's a lot of fun, especially, we have potentially these Trump tariffs coming. The price of this thing could go up exponentially. Could go up 100%, 125% of the cost. That would make it quite expensive. This thing is a banger. Pick one up. Thanks for riding with me today. Click like and subscribe. Helps the channel keep going. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.